start driving around the actual cemetery, and there's like cop stations at like both ends. It was pretty much well lighted all the way around, so it would be like a little tough to sneak in. And then I got paranoid because like this cop was following me, and we pull into a gas station. We realized that we're close to Bachelors Grove, so we go into the gas station and ask the guy for directions.
229. We still don't know where the fuck we're going.
I definitely feel that there are ghosts.
I think they're spirits basically that are in between the worlds, and they're just like
spirits of someone that used to be living.
A soul of someone that hasn't quite achieved what they had to achieve. I feel good.
I want to see scary shit.
I'm all pumped.
I haven't seen ghosts since I was like 10.
This was like 2 or 3 days before my grandfather's funeral, so my mom was sleeping in my room for the night.
He woke up one night and he was at her, the step of her bed.
She was sitting there to herself saying, you know, please don't come, like talking about my grandfather coming to visit her. She just didn't want to see it.
Told her everything was going to be okay, and he just was explaining that he just had to go, and that's just what he had to do. And
but sat up in my sleep, and I just turned to her and said, don't worry. And then I fell back on the bed, and then she said like 20 or 30 minutes later she saw my grandfather walk up the stairs and into my grandmother's room.
There are people out there. I know. Do we want to go?
You guys scared the shit out of me at the first time. I know. That was the best.
When we were driving to Bachelors Grove, I was kind of hoping that we would see something. Then as I was walking through the woods and getting closer and closer to it, I was hoping that we wouldn't.
I would like to see something.
the jackal or like the torso. Like I want to see stuff like that.
I've only seen something on several occasions.
Seeing just like a woman walking in the woods was cool also.
The longer we stared at it, it looked more and more to be. I just wish it would go away. So I think I really do want to see something, but when it actually comes down to seeing it, I get too scared.
Yeah, I feel Bachelors Grove is haunted just because of the vandalism more than anything. I don't think that if you have like sick and twisted people and you bury them all at the same location, that place is going to be haunted. Sometimes the most loving person that dies will still haunt the place, but not in a negative way.
Like with Bachelors Grove, like I think it's haunted because kids go there and they go there to drink, they go there to smoke pot, they go there to do bad stuff and basically vandalize the cemetery. So they've got to protect what's theirs, pretty much.
Since I believe that there's still things there, I think they should. It's okay to look, but when you go beyond the bounds that you're imposing on something's territory where it's telling you to leave and you keep on going towards it and badgering it more or less, I think that's wrong.
Underneath like the big tombstone, like it actually touches the ground. There's like cracks and it just seems like there's a hole. So like I would put my hand there and it just felt like I just stuck my hand in like the freezer.
It says infant daughter. This is supposed to be a tombstone, and it's not. Stuff good.
There's a trinket on
it. It's a hard feeling to describe, but when you're going in there, like definitely walking up to the cemetery, it was like every little noise, every little creak, it was like I was jumping. Like it was like I was almost standing on pins and needles.
I feel as though I'm a guest at times, but at other times I feel as though I'm imposing on someone's space, and it's a difference of night and day to me. I can feel very welcome.
I think they're aware of us. us.
I personally believe that's all self-induced, and like if you have your mind state going in there like, oh, I'm gonna get scared, which like I always try to have just so I can finally see something, but I've never saw anything until like that one night when I was just like whatever, and like we actually saw something.
It didn't bounce like someone was walking. It basically just floated across the cemetery from right to left, very clearly, almost as though it was looking at us.
She went in like a straight line basically from my angle, and there was no like she wasn't dodging anything like trees, branches, stones. She wasn't moving back and forth.
At the same time, stopped, turned its shoulders, looking straight at us, and then disappeared.
She was like nice and steady, just like a little like a breeze basically. Just like if you can see a breeze, that's what it was. It was just like there and then back and then gone.
I see it.
Exploring myself and my own personal emotions and how I deal with certain situations. I think it's a test for me when I go. I'm testing myself.
And I go there just to be like, I knew it. Like, I mean, hearing these stories growing up from my grandparents, from other friends, it's just like, I always knew it was there, but I just wanted to like, be able to tell it firsthand, like, yeah, I saw it. You don't want to believe me then, that's fine, but like, that's what I want to go and like, I just want to make sure that it's like there, keep the faith, basically.
I don't think I'm fearful of dying because like I know it's gonna happen. Because like honestly, I don't really think about that when I'm in there. I don't know. It's like I think I'm just scared of the ghosts. Like I'm just terrified of them. So.
If it's more like I die and I don't exist in any form except by memories, like I'm not gonna care. Like I'm not trying to find some sort of loophole or find something that like all these ghosts had in common that they did in their life so they can still exist. Like I'm not asking for any of that or like trying to seek that. It's more just like just witnessing something that not everyone witnesses. Like
Believing in ghosts is a way of us like moving on, like from the earth we move on to something bigger and better. I think that's why people believe in it.
Maybe in a way, the fact that I believe that when I do die, I'm not just gonna be dead and not just in a state of blackness with nothing going on, probably makes me live life in a way that I don't expect to live forever. I know I'm gonna die at some point in time. I'm not afraid of it. I live my life day by day to enjoy it and make it the fullest for myself and those around me.